Thank you, worship band. Thank you, Joey. Hey, we're going to ask the children to indulge us with giving us a little more of your time here with everyone else, because we want you guys to meet one of our missionaries that we support, and he loves children. He really does. So his name is Kami Jung. We just call him Kami. And come on up, Kami. We got a special privilege to hear from one of our missionaries. So, why don't you stand here? We can catch you in the camera.
Surely. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for your love, for your prayer, for me especially. In the past 5 years, I've been sharing about the ministry from year to year, except last year when the whole year we don't see each other. Again, my name is Kami. I'm the youngest of 10 in my family. I was born in a very poor family in Indonesia, and I remember when I was 6, 7 years old, when I was in 2nd grade, I have to help my mother and my father earn a little bit money by selling food. Basically, from one places to the next, my sister baked the cakes, and I'll, with my brother number 9, riding a bicycle, so we sell these things outside the cinema. Because of that background, I have compassion towards children who want to go to school, but they don't have money. I came here in 1985, but by the grace of the Lord, one thing leads to another, so I got my green card in about 6 years. So about 1991, I got my green card, and then in 2001, I got my U.S. citizenship. To say the history a little bit about the Interfaith Indonesian Children's Fund, it was kind of started in 2002 with a very small number of students that we can sponsor. But by the grace of the Lord, every year He added, you just trust to Him and surrender your life, and He will add it, right? Be faithful. So currently, we sponsor about 600 students all over the island in Indonesia. It's kind of like a privilege for me to be single, so I can do almost my life dedicated to the Lord, to the children in Indonesia right now. The way that we raise fund is by selling Indonesian food to the Indonesian community in San Diego. Every week I cook, and then while I'm here in San Diego, so we raise the money through selling food. And one thing that last summer I had a chance to go home, not with a kind of like a cheerful situation, because my sister, the oldest one, was ill for so many years. She got Alzheimer's 5 years ago. And to go home to Indonesia, not very easy right now. You get to have a special visa granted, because I don't have any more Indonesian passport. I become naturalized U.S. citizen many, many years ago. To say the story short, while I was in Indonesia, a day before I depart to Jakarta, my sister passed away. But I'm grateful that God gave me a chance to see my family during this grieving time. A month after that, my brother-in-law passed away. And then a month after that, my sister-in-law passed away. But I'm grateful during this time, even though the time is limited. My friend called me. There is a new ministry for poorest of the 4 children in Jakarta. Basically, these children doesn't have address. They live in the dumpster, and they live under the bridge in the city of Jakarta. So I said, yes, I want to share the gospel to them, right? And the school is a non-traditional school. It's not kind of like fully approved by the government. But the good things about this school is, even though the surrounding are a Muslim community. They are open for gospel. So I share about Christian song, and we can sing freely. Usually the community is not very happy when they hear you singing about Jesus. But thank God that this, it's called Pondok Domba, meaning that a small sheep, yeah? And then this ministry has been going on since 2005. I salute the 22 full-time teachers who basically get a very, very low standard salary. The students are taught by them, these 22 teachers, and they are having 6 locations in Jakarta. The things that touch my heart is at the end of the service, I had a chance to see everybody. And during the kind of like a 45 minutes gathering, playing time together, I was so impressed. The student, all of them, like 40 of them, memorize the Bible first. To memorize Psalm 23, verse 1 to 6 is not easy for 5, 6, 7 years old kids, right? But you will look at the video. I want to end my testimony and say again, thank you for your prayer in the 5 years. I wish that we don't have COVID so I can cook and we can have kind of like fellowship after the service. God permit, maybe next year, if everybody is comfortable, that we can sit down together in the dining table. I love to cook Indonesian food, and maybe you can taste a little bit about Indonesian food. But this video, I have to apologize that it's turned upside down. I just want to show them, I just want to show you how fluently the children recite Psalm 23. And while I was there, one of the students, imagine this girl doesn't have privilege, living under the bridge. But she won the 4th place all over the city of Jakarta, competition on memorized Bible verses. I cannot show you that video because it's 4 minutes. But in 4 minutes, this girl can recite verses from Old Testament, from New Testament, like blah, 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 like about 20, 25 verses in 5 minutes. How wonderful that you have a non-traditional school. Not only you give them the hope of the future by giving them better education, they teach them Bahasa Indonesia, math, social science, and everything. But the most important, the most of all, they have freely sharing the gospel. In government school, in traditional school, you cannot even mention Jesus. So I want to end my testimony by showing a little bit, about 15, 20 seconds of the children recite Psalm 23. My hope and prayer that you continue pray for me, that God give me strength enough to cook every week. By selling food, we raise money, and 100% of the food profit that we donated to. I already retired from San Diego State and UCSD 5 years ago, and I was finished teaching at UCSD 2 years ago. So I have free time the whole week while I was in San Diego. While I'm here in San Diego, I use my time that way. When I go home to Indonesia, hopefully in the next year, I still be able to travel around the island again. The last trip, last summer, I only can sharing the gospel to the kids in Jakarta because of the traveling situation. It's so complicated. This is the children recite Psalm 23. They are very cute. Thank you for the opportunity.